Yes. What is good, my people? Welcome back to Computer Music Academy's weekly homework podcast. I am your host, Ty Shirase. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Welcome to week 59. Of the weekly homework podcast / assignment. First and foremost, shout out to our man N95 for giving us that intro. Let's get on to this week. This should be very interesting, and I think I always say that, but that's fine. So, we do these regular CMA Hangouts where we all get together in the video call and we kick it, about stuff at CMA, music in general, and just whatever. And we had one a couple of weeks ago, and we were just kind of kicking and, throwing different ideas around, but travel came up. And there was one destination that repeatedly came up. And that destination is Amsterdam. And many people know Amsterdam for several reasons. And I said, you know what? This would be a very good topic to conquer in the homework. Create a soundtrack to your trip or what you think actually goes down in Amsterdam, or if you've actually been there, even better. And we have 6 submissions, very eager to get to all of them. Starting off with my man who gave us the intro, N95. Let's get it in.
On a ship to another journey.
Scotland representative N95. Oh boy. He said that was based on a trip he actually took there this past spring. So shout out to that. That's a sick track, man. I love the drums he used. I love the pattern. I love the filtering. I actually loved also when it changed and it got to the more of the 4 on the floor kind of beat. The only thing I was hoping, because once again, I'm looking at the wave and I see it getting ready to drop out. I'm like, okay, that's a big drop right there and it's going to bring it back in. I'm sitting there like, okay, when he comes back in, it's going to have a different beat. And it was the same patterns and everything, but sped up, slightly over the 4 on the floor, which was dope, incredibly dope. But I was just hoping it was going to be something more, just a little bit different. Either way, very dope track, my man. N95 is doing his thing. I got to give him props. He not only outside of CMA, he's been building a name for himself over the last few years, and he's working with some peoples. Trust me when I tell you, this dude is working. So props to him. Moving on to our man down in South Carolina, DJ Nocturnal. Let's go. Nocturnal showed out on that one. Holy crap. Wow. That, put the stamp on it. That's his best track. Man, and he's been in, since he's been at CMA, he's been in just about, I think he's only missed like 1 week that he wasn't in there. And he's just progressing and getting better and better every single time he makes a submission. That right there is nuts. Man, and the title of it, if I remember correctly, was High on Amsterdam. Like, damn. And yeah, damn. That track is nuts. I liked everything about that. He kind of fooled me for a second because it got around to like the 2-minute 2:10 mark. And, it had that drop where it sounded like it was building up like he was getting ready to go somewhere else. Maybe I was actually thinking almost drum and bass to that last part, something like that. And you could still slide something like that up under there. But man, that entire track was nasty. The mixing was great, sequencing, all the instruments, all the drums, the concept, it took you places. Excellent job, like, whew, God. This dude's gonna be a beast. If you've been paying attention to him over the last, he's been with us, just about 2 months now. This dude has been getting better and better every month. Every week. Yo, excellent job, my man. All right, moving on to something I've been looking forward to hearing. My man, Necromantis, who, if you did not know, was, he has been an Ableton user since he came to CMA, but he recently picked up a machine. And this is his first track on Machine. And he's probably going to hate me for building it up. But let's see what Necro is doing. Let's go. Man, what the hell? Necro clowned on that one. Oh boy. We got another one. But Necro, and as anyone else, you know, if you've been making music for a while, and you know, it's all about translating what you know from this particular hardware piece, software, whatever, to over here. That's all it is. And Necro, wow, that's definitely, and Necro has never released a weak track in my opinion. That's definitely one of his better ones though. Man, he clowned out on that one. I liked everything about it. There was nothing not to like about it. Man, mixed very well. All of the sounds he chose and samples, the sequencing, the drops and the change ups, especially in that last quarter, however you want to say it. Nuts. Excellent job, my man. All right, moving on to Tampa. Our man, Gold 007. Let's go. Man. Whew. Go 007. Jeez, OP. That's another dude that I got this thing that I've been saying to the people pretty much since the beginning, you know, because everybody, not everybody, but people who will go for a number of weeks and then they'll, you know, email me and say, hey, I can't be in this week or whatever, you know, for whatever situation may be. And I always say one thing, just come through when you come through, flat out. That's what it's all about, man. And Gold is one of those dudes that every submission, and Gold has been with us since Christmas of last year, of 2013. And he's been in just about every homework, with the exception of I'm gonna say missing maybe about 3 or 4. So he's got like a good 80-some% ratio, I guess you could say. Percentage. Anyhow, but every time he brings it, he just brings it. And it's that thing I've been trying to tell you guys. The more you do this, the better you will be. You see Nocturnal's progress. He has done nothing but get better and better every single week. He came in sounding crazy, but he's done nothing but do better and get better every single week because he takes the time to actually work on his craft. That's what it's all about. And you can see that with pretty much everybody that submits on a regular basis. Every time they come through, you know, even if they take, say, a month off, but when they come through, they put their all into it and they kill it every single time. So shout out to Gold for that, man, because his record is just damn near blemish free. For real. All right, moving on to the UK. My man, Crooked Mystery Jazz. I'm definitely looking forward to hearing this. Let's go. Cricket Mystery Jazz. Man. I think that's the first time. I could be wrong, but I think that's the first time I've heard him go full dance, electronic, type music. And man, he did an excellent job. I loved everything about that because it's not all about the red light district and the weed, people. There is a club scene there also. But man, he definitely represented that. Man. And I got to give him extra props, because I think this is one of his better mixes that he's done. Not that he's bad at mixing at all, not by far. But this one, I'm sitting here looking at the wave, and I'm looking at how it's mastered. I'm listening to how it sounds and everything. It has its own space. Definitely an excellent mixing job on that, on top of just an excellent track in general. So shout out for that, Jazz. Man, great job. And now to our final submission for the week, my man, Double Negative. Let's see what he has. Man. Double Negative closing out episode 59, the weekly homework podcast / assignment with some birds in the background. Or is that like space noises? Either way, dope track. I love when Negative comes through. He brings a certain energy to his tracks every single time, whether it's a more of a slow, laid back kind of pace, kind of like that one, or if it's an upbeat, as we've heard also. It's something different about his tracks, and that's what's good. That's how it should be. It should be different. That's what I love about all of my people at CMA. Everybody contributes something, and nobody sounds the same. Even when we do sample mutilation, which is you can only use that one sample, everybody brings something entirely different. And that's what's important. And that's what I love about Negative. Now, the one, no pun intended, negative thing I do have to say about the track is I was hoping for just a little more variation. I love that sample. I think that was, I can't remember the original sample, but excuse me. I can't remember the original sample, but I know Public Enemy used that for by the time I get to Arizona. But I definitely wanted to hear just a little more variation with it, and not just how at the couple of parts where he actually reversed it, which is really dope for a fill-in, or towards the end he kind of doubled it up in certain parts. That was dope. But I wanted to hear something different, whether you just take out the sample and put something else in entirely. I definitely wanted to hear something different. Love the track. I definitely wanted to hear a little bit more variation, because you kind of hear that all the way through, no matter what. It's always there in some form or fashion, and just needed a little bit more variation. But I did like the track, and shout out to everybody, because this was a very solid week, as we've had pretty much every week in this second year. So shout out to everybody for that. So Double Negative, Cricket Mystery Jazz, Gold 007, Necromantis, DJ Nocturnal, N95, and thank you for being with us every single week, for commenting, liking the videos, sharing it, telling the people about it, and some of you actually come over to CMA and join us. If that's something that you would like to do, just come over to computermusicacademy.com, select the membership, get in, come be with us. It's that simple. On that note, that's it for the week, and we will talk to you next time. See ya!